One of the provisions of the Inflation Reduction Act that's receiving a considerable amount of attention is a massive cash infusion for the Internal Revenue Service. The bill would spend more than $79 billion on the IRS over the next 10 years, which is expected to go toward the hiring of about 87,000 new IRS agents, roughly doubling the size of the IRS. Democrats claim that anyone making under $400,000 a year has got nothing to worry about, and the new agents will be tasked with cracking down on wealthy tax evaders. Sure. Joining me now for more on this, senior editor at The Federalist, David Harsanyi. David, thanks for being with us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
I just got to say, I'm a little surprised, given that every person that I talk to in life finds the IRS to be intimidating and finds the tax code to be an intentionally obscure, opaque, indecipherable absurdity. And yet somehow the Democrats think it's good politics to put the IRS on steroids. They don't think they're going to suffer consequences from this.
Well, I think it's the biggest expansion of a government agency in the history of the world, right? Basically, I mean, I can't really think of any other agency that's expanded like this, sixfold, right? As far as its funding goes, and obviously the 87,000 agents. You're right. It's more than that. It is opaque. I think it allows agents to essentially audit you for to audit any person who does not have an accountant doing their taxes, which typically means rich people, right? So most of these audits are going to be aimed at middle-class people. It's how it's been in the past. It's how it's going to be in the future. There was an amendment, I forget which senator tried to attach to the bill, that said that these new IRS agents would only go after people who were making $400,000 or more, and every single Democrat voted against it. Because why would they do that if the goal of it was simply to go after those who, the rich 1%,
Let me ask you about that, David. I mean, why do you think they would do that? Do you think they really believe that only a lot of them are rich, right? So they must know that it's not just rich people that get audited. And in fact, rich people get audited and are able to handle it pretty easily between their accountants and their lawyers. It's somebody who's, a small business owner making 150, 200 grand. They're the ones who get bullied by the IRS and just end up paying whatever the IRS demands.
Yeah, I mean, I think the underlying reason for this is that they view the IRS as the folks who make what they want to do possible. They want the infrastructure set for an IRS that can raise a lot of money whenever it needs to so that they can pretend that they're lowering the deficit, or they're not spending as much, or they're raising more money. They're not raising more money. They're going to be going after a lot of middle class people, for forever, because as you know, whatever they spend is the new baseline. It's not like we're ever going to get lower. The 87,000 new agents are the new baseline for the IRS. I think it's going to backfire, if not this midterm, in the long run, because a lot more people are going to be audited, and this bill gives nothing in general to normal, everyday Americans.